and welcome back to our channel. Merry Christmas. Is it a bit early for that? Possibly, but here we go. This video today, we're going to use these lovely lotus flower molds. Bit of poetic license, bit of artistic license here. We're going, because I think they resemble poinsettia plants, which are very popular this time of the year in the UK. We're going to use these lovely green mica powders to dust the mold. Also a selection of reds. There's two different types of reds. And then possibly outline it with some gold. So I don't know if I'm going to use this gold mica or if I'm going to have a look in with the metallic powders that we have, which are by Lotus Resin. Which I'm going to show you any minute now. There we go. There's the metallic powders. Not sure which one I'm going to do, but here we are. This is a time lapse of me just painting or brushing the mica powders into the sections of the molds. Just using a regular paintbrush to do this. Also tapping out the residue and doing a bit of tidy up there. And in we go with the green. Now, this looks quite pale. I wanted something quite deep and vivid in colour. It's lovely if you want something pastel-y, which wasn't what the look I was going for. I wanted something vivid, deep in colour, like the plants are themselves this time of year. Although I have to say, I have seen some pink ones and some white ones. So there's obviously some variegated or variations of them about. So we're going to mix up some UV resin. Yes, I am using this in a coaster mould because I couldn't find my nice little mixing jugs anywhere. So again, this is sped up. I poured some of the UV resin into that mould, into the coaster mould, and then added in the mica powder, stirred it up, and then I'm just applying it using a little silicone brush into the different sections of the mould. So this was done on a time lapse, which is why it looks like I'm working uber quickly. Obviously trying to be careful not to get any spillage and making sure it gets into all the edges of the molds, of all those little sections, the detail. So there we are. Quite happy with it at this stage. I do need to do so that's all the petals, the flower bits done. So I've reserved the outer sections of the green for the leaves. So again, just took some UV resin, added the mica powder in, mixed it up, and then just adding that into the sections of the mould. So there we are, and then pushing it out to the edges using the silicone tipped end of my brush. There we are, last little bit. There we go. Apologies if you can hear any thudding in the background. We have some work going on. So now what you need to do, you've got all of your sections of your mould filled with UV resin and the mica. You need to cure it under the UV lamp. So although you only saw me do it once, I actually did this 3 times, 3 lots of 60 seconds. It's a very thin layer of resin, very thin. Now, note to self, make sure that you cure the back of the mould as well. You'll see why a bit later on in the video. It was one of those days, everyone. Seriously, it was one of those days. So now what I then decided to do was dust it with that gold mica powder. I decided not to use these metallic powders because I couldn't find a gold. This was the gold that's supplied in that one. It's just not, there's 2 types. It's just not gold enough. I wanted a brilliant gold colour, not an antique or rustic gold. So the next bit is a bit of a time lapse, and it's me just dusting the mould there all over. I mean, you don't have to do this. You can just add mica into the resin and then pour that over. But I thought, you know, I just want to be certain I get it into every little bit where I wanted it to be. So it creates the outlines for those other sections of the mould where the petals are and the leaves. So the next thing you do is we mixed up, I thought I'd mixed up 100 mils. Turns out it was only 50. Serves me right. I wasn't paying proper attention. I've added in some of the gold mica powder, the same mica powder that we used for the dusting. Now, this looks liquid. I mean, it's just liquid heaven. Golden treacle, perhaps, or golden syrup looking resin. Now, as you can see, definitely not enough to fill this mould. So I then went back and made another 50 mils up, poured that in, and it's filled up as far as I need it to be. So of course make sure that it's gone all to the outside edges and that you've got no bubbles appearing. So this is just a close-up of that surface. Look at it sparkling, almost like glitter. Spoiler alert. So this is on demold the following day. So just carefully taking the mould away from the edges. Very carefully there. And you can see it's picked up the gold mica along the edges, which is lovely. With a little bit of the pinky showing through. Little bit. There you are, just carefully all around the edges there. And So do you remember what I was just saying about make sure you cure the underside of the mould? That is why. And that is what's happened. So I was really quite upset at this point and thought, I don't know how am I gonna make this better? Am I going to be able to fix it? So what I did, I put it back in the mould, face down, and then tried curing it with the light underneath it. I then took it out. It got most of it apart from a few bits, but the damage was already done. You could see the joins, you could see bumps. Yeah, really quite unhappy with this at this point because I had such high hopes for it. And you know, like we've said before, this channel, we're going to show you the good with the bad. We're going to show you the mistakes that we make. So of course, obviously I know what I should have done, I know what I didn't do, and know what to do going forward. What you can't see off camera is I do actually have another one of these curing where I did cure the underside of the mould. So I'll show you that one at the end. So here we go. So I'm now deciding what on earth am I going to do with this. I did take it and off camera I did sand down all those bumps on the sections where, you know, we'd got faults, errors, bits missing, unevenness. I did consider refilling it with the colours of the UV resin, but then I was concerned again that we'd get, you know, patchiness. So this is what I then decided to do. Sorry about the camera angle. And I'd already started it. I did a little test a bit without you watching as well. I've got some UV resin. I've added some gold glitter because glitter can fix a lot of things, as I've found out. And I've just, there we are, the UV resin that we use. And some of that beautiful gold glitter. Put a little bit in some UV resin, and which I'm just doing because I had to make some more up. Because I only wanted to do a little bit initially to see if it will work. And then there we go. And we're just going to mix the glitter in the resin. Just a little bit of mixing because there's not a lot there. There we go. And then we're going to gradually just use the little stir stick, mini stir stick, and just pop it over the different sections there. I'm not going to leave it like that. Do not panic. Do not panic. I'm not going to leave it just like that. Just up over the tops. There we go. All in those sections with the leaves and the petals. You can still see the colours coming through, which was what I wanted. And to be really honest with you, that gold, although it's lovely, it wasn't the gold colour I wanted. I wanted a bright, light gold. And that's gone more like the Aztec and rustic golds. Anyway, so just smoothing it out across the piece now. And yeah, then realising that yet again I needed to make up some more. So that's what I did. And sorry, this is on a time lapse because I realised this is going on for way too long. There we are. Sorry about the view. It's a cramped working space because we've got a lot going on our crafting table currently. So here we are, is a close-up. So as you can see, I think it's done the job. I'm quite pleased with the way I've managed to make it look better. Now this is the other one that I was telling you about that I did, where I cured the underside. So at this point, I'm really hoping, I hope you've all got your fingers crossed too, that this has worked. Oh God, I really hope so. Well, if not, we know how to fix it, don't we? A little bit of glitter, we'll sort it out. So it appears to have worked. There's nothing left in the mould. And here we go. Wait, there we are. So, I don't believe it. So on this one, it looks like, well, I didn't dust the mould with the mica powder to start with. With the gold mica powder. I just, see, there's the one with the glitter. This is the one without. But we do have a couple of patches that look like they're almost mist. Looks like the resin mist. But here's the final bit. So we've got the two types, one with glitter surface, one without in this final picture. Hope you've enjoyed this. I am going to go back in and put glitter over that one. So we've got a matching pair. They will be available for sale very soon in our Etsy shop. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Next one coming out again soon on Wednesday. It'll be some coasters. Please like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell and help get us on our journey towards 1,000 subscribers. Take care, everyone, and Merry Christmas.